So this is a different video from the other videos that I've done before, like my covers, the spend a days with me type videos, the record with me's type videos. Today's a little different. I wanted to talk to you directly to the camera about some things that I've been dealing with in the music industry as an independent artist. And I'll say this, I was gonna get on here and explain why I recently walked off stage in the middle of my set, and why and the who's of why this happened. But I decided not to do that, and I personally felt convicted by the Lord to not make that video. But I will say this though, we do need to bring back gatekeeping. A lot of artists, they don't take themselves seriously. A lot of independent artists, they don't take themselves seriously. A lot of DJs don't take themselves seriously. A lot of, guitar players, whatever, they don't take themselves seriously. But I'm mainly speaking about the independent artists, like the singers, the rappers, oh, good Lord, especially the rappers. And this is why I say we need to bring back gatekeeping. It did serve a purpose, and I know whenever people hear the word gatekeeping, it has negative connotations to it, but we really do need to bring that back in the music industry because there's no standard. It just seems like everything's watered down, from the business to the professionalism. There's no professionalism, none whatsoever. The music is watered down, everything sounds the same, nothing sounds authentic. And I said all that to say is because these artists, they don't take themselves seriously. They show up late to rehearsal. They show up to rehearsal not knowing the music. They show up late to sound check. They show up late to their own set, which cuts into other artists, their set. It cuts into their set. They show up late to recording sessions. They don't answer. They're bad on communication. And they just show up late. They're just strictly unprofessional. And I think that's why we need to bring back gatekeeping, because it really did serve a purpose. It kept the wrong people out of certain spaces and places. And again, people may not like the whole gatekeeping thing, but we really do. And as far as gatekeeping is concerned, it also, I think it prevents burned bridges, because showing up late, and I'm not talking about like 5 minutes late, I get traffic comes up, something happened or whatever, those things, I'm not talking about those things. I'm talking about the straight up showing up almost 2 hours late to a thing, showing up almost 2 hours late to rehearsal, showing up almost 2 hours late, an hour and 45 minutes late to sound check, showing up, missing sound check, and showing up late, super late to your own set. There's no standard. And it just seems like a lot of people in these spaces, they care more about friendships more than business. And I don't like that. And I'm about my business. I have my own record label, Underground Life Records. And you never know who I might know. I'll never know who this person may know. You never know who that person may know. The music industry, it's a big industry to the outsiders. They may think, oh, the music industry is so big and wide, but to us insiders, it's a small community of us. And I've been in rooms with Grammy Award winning artists. I've been in rooms with Grammy nominated not saying that to well, look at me type of thing, but the point I'm making is you never know who you might know, and you should recognize that before you go and burn that bridge with that person. Because that could have been a blown opportunity just off the strength of showing up late or being unprofessional, and having people around you who are unprofessional. Because at the end of the day, and I say this all the time, friendships are cool. They're one thing, and I don't want to ruin friendships, and neither should you if you're an artist watching this. But at the end of the day, you have to understand that you are a business. You might be an artist, but you're a business, and in the way that you handle your paperwork, your BMI, your ASCAPs, the contracts. If you draft up contracts, if you don't, then I advise you to do so. At the end of the day, you're a business. So friendships are one thing, but if these people aren't respecting your business, your artistry, who you are, how far you've come, then are they really friends? Are they really friends? And in those moments, you have to make those critical decisions. All emotion aside, only logic. And you have to make those critical decisions. And not everybody is called to be a business owner. Not everybody is called to be an artist, because, a lot of people, I was talking to one of my favorite singers who I grew up listening to. I had a conversation with her. I'm not going to say her name. She was big in the 90s, and she's still big. I love her. She's super down to earth. At the time I was at DBU, and I told her, I'm majoring in music business with a concentration in a concentration in recording technology. And I told her, and she told me, she said, learning the business is so important. And I told her, I was like, yeah. She said, a lot of artists, or I think I said this to her, I can't remember who said what, but in the conversation I remember saying, a lot of people think that the business side of the industry is just boring. Everyone wants to be on stage. Everyone wants to be on in the videos. Everyone wants to look good for the photos. Everybody wants accolades, and that's fine and good. But the business, you can't leave that aside. Your paperwork, who you work with, who you choose to work with, the friendship circles that's in these spaces, you have to choose that carefully, because at the end of the day, that's not their name up there that's being tarnished. That's your name that's up there being tarnished. And we have to understand that before we put friendships before business. While we're on the topic of friends, we should actually define the true meaning of what it means to be a friend. True friends are those who offer you support, improve the quality of life, promote self-confidence, provide honesty and unconditional love, and help you progress mentally. So think about that, because we use the word friends so loosely nowadays. We use the word friends so loosely nowadays that we really don't understand, or we forget the true meaning of what it takes to be a friend. What it takes to be a friend in this industry. Those who offer you support. They might be your friends, and y'all might be cool and doing these shows together and working together and going on tour together and whatnot. But if they're not offering you support, if they're not offering you support in any kind of way, then are they really your friend? Help you progress mentally. If you have a friend who doesn't care about your image, your business, your brand, how do you think that affects you mentally? Like all the hard work that you've put into this, and then your name gets ruined, or because bad news spreads quicker than good news. So imagine having a friend who helps you progress mentally, or who doesn't help you progress mentally. How do you think that makes you feel as an artist? But yeah, at the end of the day, I always say this: it's your image up there. That's you. That's your name up there, not their name, not so and so's name, not their name, not his name, not her. That's your name up there, and you have to be very careful of the friendships, of the friends you keep around in these business settings. Really, you You just have to pray and be led by the Spirit and ask God, are these people that's around me in my friendship circle, I should say, are these people good for me? Are they good for my music career? Are they good for my business? Do they mean well? And if you make that prayer, if you ask God that, then the Lord, He'll reveal it to you, most definitely. And it's up to you to act accordingly. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. That don't burn bridges with people, because you never know who other people might know who can help propel your career. Be mindful of the friends that you keep. And at the end of the day, that's not their name up there. That's on stage. That's your name.